Previously on Ariana Noelle. She tried fixing up an old table that was on its way to the dump, but her first attempt at this, about a year ago, everything went wrong. The paint bubbled up, therefore she has to remove it. But in the process of doing that, the table started to chip. She decided to use that to her design's advantage. She then sanded the table and rinsed it off so that the paint could stick. She painted a really cool design and put it in her room. Today on Ariana Noelle, we'll be showing you the process of her designing the second part of the table. In 3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome for day 2. This is actually not the next day. This is 4 days after the last clips you've seen, just because, yeah. So, anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the important part of this video, which is painting the other side of that stupid table. So let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead and try my luck at taking this off. I'm probably not gonna show the process. I'm just gonna show you when I'm done. Okay, so I have cleaned off this one now, and thankfully it didn't chip. This is the sturdier side, so I'm gonna go ahead and sand it real quick, and then we can rinse it off, let it dry, and then comes the fun part, which is painting. Alright, just like last time, I'm going to let it sit in the sun and dry for a little bit, and then we're going to get started painting, so let's just cut right to that. Here we go. And here we are. So I've just got my paint already mixed up and ready. I'm going to start off with this white background just to go ahead and make sure the colors pop without me having to do several layers on top of each other, because that would get annoying if I'm working with detail. So, white layer, here we go. Alright, so the first wash of white is on. My camera is almost out of filming storage. I have about 4 minutes of filming available to me right now because I have used a lot of it. So I'm going to go transfer some files while I let this dry. But I mean, it's not taking that much to dry. I did just leave a fingerprint in it. But it's a very thin layer, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then I think we're going to put one more layer on after that, and then we should be good to start painting. Just finished putting on the second layer of thin white paint. So here's the paint setup. I have my paintbrushes here, voila, all of my mini paints here, my cup of paint dipping water thingy, and my plate for mixing colors. And then of course, you may have noticed these sloppy looking paper towels. That's for wiping off the brushes once I put them in the water so that I don't make all my paints super watery. This here, let's set the tripod, let's get to painting. I have all my colors out here. And we're going to go ahead and start with an outline of just what I'm going to do. Here is a rough design of what we're going to do. I've got mountains, and then a little bit of grasslands. This is a rough sketch, so ignore all the extra lines and stuff. And it's probably going to change a little bit from before and after. So let's just hop right into painting this.
So my palette is all ready, and I'm going to go ahead and just start out with the base colors for starters. What do you think of my ASMR? Does it sound good? Anyway, I just wanted to say, listen to those outside bugs. This is what it's like in real-time speed for me, but let's speed it up a little bit for your guys' sake because I don't think you want to watch this all day. Here we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so I'm starting out with a black background for the mountains. Since they're going to be dark colored, I thought black would be a really good background color. I'm putting a little white line in between the two mountains, as you can see, just so that I can tell, you know, it's not a whole bunch of black blobs. And yes, I keep turning the table upside down, you might notice, and that is simply because since I didn't have any top coat or anything on the bottom portion, I didn't want the grass and the humidity and everything to mess up the paint job. Thankfully, nothing happened. So I did the base colors on the mountains, and then I went ahead and did a green base coat for the grass, and now I am just touching up some of the areas that I accidentally colored with other colors. So let me go ahead and show you guys what's looking like right now with just the base coats. It's looking pretty good, so let's go ahead and get started on actually painting the mountains in. I'm starting out with a white line just so that it looks obvious, you know, that's a crisp line there. Then I'm trying to kind of gradient it into other things right now. And then I'm adding a whole bunch of other colors, giving texture. It doesn't look like a mountain now, it looks like a triangular polka dot, but just bear with me here. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. I'm just punching little blobs in and touching up lines, and it's a whole thing. Let's just play some music over this and let you guys watch as it goes. So I went ahead and went over to this other mountain over here. I'm trying to add different textures, trying to, make it different. I'm making them different colors as if the sun is coming in from the right of the screen. So I'm just really having a hard time right now with this left side of the main mountain. It was giving me a fit. I wanted to add texture, but I wanted to make it look right. I felt like the other side, the right side of the mountain was looking pretty good, but the left side was really giving me a fit here. So as you can see, here's a close-up of what I've got so far. As you can see, there's shading. There's just a whole shebang going on, but this is what I've done.
I found it actually is harder to, excuse my hair, anyway, but it actually is harder to work on a bigger scale than a smaller scale, because a smaller scale you don't have to worry about the details as much and it's easier to fool the eye. But when you're working on something as big as this table, it's kind of hard to fool the eye. You gotta have it pretty close.
So yeah, I'm back. I just wanted to say we're gonna do the sky and then the grass pretty soon and then go back to the mountains. But first, I wanna show you this.
It's really beautiful in the sky though. But it's starting to get late, the sun's starting to set, so...
So if you thought I was gonna say we're done for the day, that's what I thought I was gonna say too. But then as you can see here, I started on the grass now. I was too determined to quit then, so here I am doing the grass. I'm just adding different textures, different colors. I had a lot of fun doing the grass because I added things I never would have thought I was going to add to grass, like blue coloring for some highlights, and it worked out really well. Next thing I'm doing is I'm adding some blue paint around the mountains and everything, just, well, it needs a sky. Blue started to dry really fast and I almost wasn't able to blend in all the highlights into the sky, but I managed. Here is a quick look at the sky again.
Alright, here's where we're at. I have the grass, the mountains, the sky, everything I'm going to do, except for the exception I want to add some birds and maybe a couple clouds or something, maybe. But other than that, here's what it looks like.
I forgot to show me painting the sides black, but I did. Anyway, here is what it is looking like. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then here it is in my room. It's a party! Yeah, so I'm gonna throw some fun music over this and show you guys this again because I know you want to see it again, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. And I think you guys are really gonna like the video I put out. Also, I'm thinking this might be my new channel outro. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for another fun Friday video. AN out.